Oh, look at that. I made it all the way up to where I had been last time, more or less. Only I have worse equipment now. That's kind of neat. Oop, don't want to mistakenly step on the corpse. Let's quickly check what I'm up to here. A couple of rings that I suppose... Oh, I want to keep the magic find ring. That's right. Alright, so this kind of stuff is just kind of stuck here for now. I suppose that's okay. Time to find ourselves some allies, though, and as soon as possible. So how about... Oh, I think Amy will be first. And we do want to go to Act 3. That's as far along as we are. I suppose I could go after Bloodraven too, but the reward for that is basically nothing. Yeah. Act 3. But before we do, I certainly want to go to somewhere where we can find skeletons, and as easily as possible. So... Oh. Well, that's neat too, I suppose. A lot of shrines nearby. I don't want to get too far away from the waypoint. I really just want to get skeletons and get out. Oh, they're immune to fire, aren't they? I'm very sorry, Amy. Oh, he resurrected the thing before I could get a skeleton out of him. Still cost me all the experience, too. Well, that is something I'll just have to deal with. Okay, Aura kicks in. It's pretty good. Want to, of course, run away if things get too rough. Oop. Nope. Don't go after me. Go after the army. Ooh, Vile Skin. That sounds really cool. No. Oh, I thought Gulzar was taking a lot of damage there for a second. I was very confused. Get the band together well enough. They seem to be reasonably durable in this act. And that has mostly to do with level, I believe. Helms. No, thank you. How many skeletons were we at to? Just 11. Alright. 10 skeleton magi, though. That's heartwarming. Oh, right, and my my amplify damage took a little hit. I've replaced the 3 amp damage, 3 skeleton staff with a +3 to summoning skill staff. That's a little better. In general, it of course makes the amplify damage a little worse. A War Scythe, eh? Okay, now it looks like we're up to full strength, or near enough to, that I can just roll out. Yep. Oh, the zoo wants me to pick up the scythe. It's not anything special. I'll show you though. It's easy enough to pick up. That's no biggie. Yep. Going back home. Talk to Kane. Oh, corpse still chilling out. It's very cool. So, it was a War Scythe. It's a plain old polearm. 5 life steal. Kind of junk otherwise. I didn't know that it was going to be quite this terrible. Like, increased attack speed, lifesteal is good, added damage is good, but it's just way outclassed, like required level 18. Look at that. Just way outclassed by basically anything I can pick up nowadays. So, yeah, not very impressed. It won't even sell for all that much. Watch this.
Good day.
Like, oh, actually it did. Well, that's a surprise for me. Neat. Before we go off to Act 3. I wonder why. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, since I was puttering about in normal and nightmare difficulty 2, I have lost the map. So we have to make one anew. There are still some dangerous enemies around. Slime princes are not that. There's something less than that. I mean, to poison, I seem to once again be overshifted on poison. So if you don't mind, Zohar, we're gonna bring you right back as something else, something even more exciting, I know. Everybody, get the light on your head. Belongs to you. You get the light. And now with any spare corpses, we can just start having some fun. Oh, just as a little check here, I'm gonna set players to 1. That is correct. Oh, look at that worm hide. Wormhide is light armor, and it is elite, the elite version of leather. So it could have 4 sockets. So if you recall, we were looking for something like that could have 4 sockets in it, and drill them on in and be light. We ended up settling for Gothic plate, which can do that too. But yeah, it's just kind of a shame. Ooh, demon hide armor, 2-socketed. Well, if I had another Talith at home, this would be an upgrade of sorts. Not that I really need armor. Not anymore. I mean, again, I've got the armor that I want. Now, we do need to get the brain. And it is somewhere in the Flare jungle. Inside the dungeon in the Flare dungeon. The Flare jungle. Flare dungeon in the Flare jungle. Flare dungeon in the Flare jungle. Jungle dungeon in the Flare. The lair of Flare. Ooh. Ah, this gold means that I am on the way to Kurast. That's not where I want to be. Not yet, anyway. I mean, I would love to be away from the jungle at last, but that's not up to me. It's probably going to be gold on this side too. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely the way to Kurast. So, let's gather up the team. Hope that we don't run into any glooms on our way. I don't think they have spawned. You know, it's funny because these enemies can fly. They, like, have a movement where they pick up and rise up like that, but they're not the kind of flying enemy that can cross barriers like this, so if I just let Zohar pick away at them, they might eventually die. But, I think we'll go to them. They're not all that dangerous. Really, they don't even have all that much of a trick to them. They just sort of are unavailable for hitting a lot of the time. They tend to stay on the ground once they get there, though. And they're polite enough to let me cross the bridge. Oh, why don't you just go back on what I just said? Well, why the hell weren't you guys crossing the barrier then? Come on. Alright, I'm gonna go back on that and admit that I don't know what makes them fly across or not. And lovely as it would be to peck away at them like this forever, I think we'd rather just hoof it across and give what's-his-name here a run for his money. I actually can't find him again. Come on. Where are the... Ah, there you are. Bone Vex. Well, you have vexed my bones. That is for sure. Let's see. Oh, there actually are no health potions in that. That's bad on me. You know, it might just be because he was an elite. Elite monsters and their minions work a little differently from the others. You might notice them behave that way. Like, they stick together for one thing, so perhaps the tether was causing him to not want to fly away. Man, they are really stupid, though. Can we just agree on that? They're kind of dumb. All right, team, get across the log. Ooh, Gothic shield. I don't know. It takes up 8 slots. It's pretty big. It's also a normal item. Oop. Oh. Star wound. Poor Amy. Well, that's enough out of you, I suppose. Well, who do we want? Yeah, guess I'll just bring you back. A couple soul killers on my side. Is the Flare jungle after all? I'd feel a little left out if I didn't have any of my own. Oh, right, they're revives, I tell ya. Always making noise. Oh, Fanatic. Got a good surround on him. Ah, good. Not enough room for the short war bow, eh? Hmm. This is that Vidal? It's either Vidala's or the Arctic set. Neither one is terribly impressive. I mean, it's nice that that kind of stuff is dropping. I like to see rares and unique items. You're cold enchanted. I should give you a wide berth. Really, all I want to do is find a scroll of identify, show it to you, and then drop it. It's not going to do anything. Goodness. What is going on up there, guys? Oh, someone else. Spinehorn. Whoa. What was that? Got a little excited there. I
can't carry anymore.
Something is going on with my mouse. That is the first time that has happened. Like a true speedrunner, this has never happened before. It's a little disconcerting to lose control over one's curses. As you can well imagine. Come on. Come on, Gulzar. You have a very powerful weapon, and I would like you to use it to poke the man. Have a few winged nightmares of our own. Destroy baskets because I despise them. Oop. AI so nice, they made it twice. First with the Fallen, and now with Soul Killers, Flayers, Ratmen. All the various colors and conformities of tiny, stabby guy. Children. In a jungle. Oop. One of you is special. Sin Crawler the Slayer. Well... not special enough. We're doing much better now. The minor upgrades that I got with the shopping are really paying off, I can already tell. We're not immediately dying to things. There are no glooms out to murder us right away. I mean, I am fighting slime princes and winged nightmares, which are far easier to deal with in general. We'll see as soon as it comes to some more dangerous monsters available in this act, and try to pick up the pace a little bit. And it is a buggerance, but I don't know. Ooh, Sin Rend. As long as you're rending the Sin, I don't mind at all. Spectral hit. Okay, well. Let's put paid to you. Anytime you're ready. Anybody wanna... There we go. Oh, I think Amy got poisoned by something. Look at that. She's like that one palette swap of Cinder from Killer Instinct. I mean, regularly she's a different, like the default palette swap of Cinder from Killer Instinct, but, you know, she's always been a fangirl. Still got it. Oop, I heard a ring. That ring was a ring. I'm gonna discard this short warbow. I hope you guys don't mind. Just trust me that it's nothing special. Like, a short warbow is a regular old thing. Have we found anything metal at all? There's been no metal in this entire forest. Night of no metal. Once again, I think I'm going to trade up my Zohars here. Yep. No. That is just fine. And now one more Dave, I think. We're up to 11 of those, right? Yeah. There we go. No problem at all. Dire wound. I mean, that sounds dangerous, but I have a feeling he's not anything special. Ooh. Especially not after I heal my curse. Aha! A conveniently placed well. That will be the end of you. That is applying your intelligence to the situation. Game provides you a well, use a well. I feel like my radius is much larger than it used to be. I wonder what I did. 3.6 yards is not all that much. Like in this game, that's about like this. Tigulated nail. Wonder how much it would cost to send that. Let's see. Bone prison in one socket. No, thank you. Oh, that's the burnt wand. This guy. Ooh. I'll sell for a bunch. Cool. Well, I'm kind of taking a gamble on that already. Tigulated. 3-socket tigulated. I don't think I want that. Although, will it sell for more than the worm hide? I don't think so. Pretty sure that it is exceptional and the worm hide is elite. Going on that. The battle rages on! Oh, there's that scroll of identify I was looking for before. These superior... They really want me to have necromancer gear tonight. And you know, I really want to take it. Yep, that's not bad. Wonder what I can safely give up. My worst charm, perhaps? Oh! Oh, this is terrible. I shouldn't have that. There. Problem solved. Small charm of balance. I didn't even notice that. Slipped one past me. Is the fighting over? Oh, good. This is back to how I like to play the game. Casually browsing items and sipping coffee while my minions do all the work. It's how I like to play the game of real life, too. I mean, I'm good to my minions, you know. As a team, we are greater than they would be without me. I guess if you're just going to throw gold at my feet, I won't say no. Oh, who did that? I darkly hope that I have found the correct way to go. There are a lot of dead ends available to the Flare Jungle. It can spawn places that only have like a shiny treasure chest or something at the end of them, although this appears to have a dungeon right at the end of this bridge. A minion slime prince. That means that you are also minions, okay. You're not gonna let me into that place, are you? Also, that is not a place. I told you this place had dead ends available. Oh my goodness, two of them right next to Wrath Slime and Stormwing. Well, showing off for me, I guess. The Scourge. That should be a flail. No such thing as a flail, as they say. Yeah, we've dealt with them, right? Fair enough. Yeah, that'll take a while, guys. Let's just hoof it on back. Heal up.
Yes.
Hello. Talk to Kane. Identify the John. Alright, now, I'm not going to keep jewels around anymore. Not that much, anyway. There's one kind of jewel that we are looking for that we could very well use. Yep, that's why I wanted the worm hide. And yeah, it rolled pretty well. 15 grand on that isn't bad. I knew this would sell for a bunch. Same thing here. That's +1 to blood golem only, and yet. Okay, well. Finally got 3 rings, though. So now we can go play Puzzle Pirates. Oh, right. My garish armor. Yeah, +4 to energy. 14 to energy. Still not all that great. And I want to keep that amulet again because of the whole magic item thing. Oh, this is 2-socket mage blade. Right. I thought I was keeping this as a thinger. Which probably means I should get rid of this unless I have Taleth right now. There's F. I don't have Tal. Ugh, I hate getting rid of 2-socket mage plate, but really... Every time I come back to the game, I am more willing to throw things away. So we have to be adult about this. So long, 2-socket mage plate. Man, oh man. Yeah, the next armor upgrade that I want is going to be 3 sockets, so it's really useless. There's no way to increment sockets. Wait, there might actually be. I mean, it would involve turning the item into something that is not actually a socketed item anymore, and then back into a socketed item. There's some Herodic Cube formulae that can kind of play that game. I think that's only for weapons, though. And it's the one that I used on... What's his name? On Wirt's leg, you remember that? Yeah. Back when we did normal difficulty cows. Just playing around with Wirt's leg for the heck of it. No, don't run away! You have to gather up. So that the corpse explosions maximally harm you. Hey, a phase blade. That's something that people are always after too. Let's see how many sockets it has. 6. This is one of the most valuable items to trade ever. Holy cats. For one thing, 6-socketed weapons at all are super rare. For another thing, you'll notice that the phase blade does not list a durability amount. Like, there. Like durability 7 to 15 or whatever. No durability amount listed. Crystal swords have a very low durability for swords. They also look like glowing lightsaber things. They look completely ridiculous. And if you're into that kind of thing, then it's cool looking and you seek it out for that. It's a shame that we can't really use it. We can't even turn it into a golem because there's not enough metal in it. So that's really a grumpus. Also, I'm not trading things with people, or else that would certainly get me a high-level rune. I could probably trade that for an rune right away. I do want runes. Man, so annoying. I'm gonna go send an email to my buddy who used to play Diablo 2 with me. And I'll tell him that I found a 6-socket phase blade, and he'll be really happy about that. Be like, what are you gonna do with it? And I'm like, I just sold it. It's vendor trash. You know, got like 300 gold for it or whatever. Unbelievable. But yeah, if you find one of these, seriously keep it around or trade it to people or something. I mean, my goodness. Like, I can't even give it to my mercenary because he doesn't wield swords. If I had a different kind of mercenary, I'd be able to. Don't teleport away. Yo, team. Could you maybe go after the powerful guy? Anyway, this indicates that we are on the right track. This little thing right here is the Gid Bin. If I touch it, it's going to summon an elite monster with no minions, or an elite monster with minions, or a single champion with no minions, because minions don't get champions. Or, I'm sorry, champions don't get minions. The other way around. I mean, the reverse is also true, but it's not how things get created. Anyway, yeah, there's a soul killer en route. Last couple levels have been golem mastery to help out Amy and Goofy. Double shifter. Oh, he doesn't even have an immunity? That's strange. Poor guy got spawned with no immunity.
This is a powerful weapon. Perhaps Ormus can tell me more about it.
Yeah, and since we have had pretty crappy rings for the entire game, it would be possible for Ormus to have an upgrade for us with the reward for that quest. So, not bad on the whole. And, of course, it's right next to the Flayer Dungeon too, so this is generally where we want to go. Never know when you might need 20 stat points in something. Well, I'm tempted to just throw it right back into Amplify damage now that I'm missing 3 points of that. And my Golem Mastery being up to 11 thanks to... Yeah, it just got the boost from getting +3 to skills. I absolutely do not want to put points in Fire Golem, though. Or Summon Resist. Summon Resist is pretty much played out at this point. Probably more than I really need it to be already. Yeah, let's put it into amp damage. Corpse Explosion is doing just fine. I do use amp damage.